CPA, CFO, EA, accountant, senior accountant, accounting specialist, tax advisor. What do you need and when? Hi, I'm Patti Scharf, CPA and partner at Acuity. Today, I'm going to talk about the different stages of an e-commerce business and what type of accounting support you need at each stage. There's not really a one-size-fits-all approach that can be applied to every e-commerce business. The answer really depends on what your current financial goals are and what stage you are in your journey as an e-commerce business. At Acuity, we've identified 3 key stages and see if you can recognize yourself in each of these. From junior to senior, you've got the essential stage, then the growing stage, then the established stage. Let's start with the essential stage. You're in the essential stage if you're working as a side hustle. You've got another full-time job, but you're trying to build this to be big enough that you can fire your boss. Probably you're doing the books, or maybe your spouse or significant other is doing the books. You've got 1 or 2 channels that you're selling on. You've probably got 1 supplier. You don't have a gajillion different SKUs. You've got a few. You probably have 1 or 2 bank accounts. Your needs are pretty small, and so you're telling yourself that this is where you can save money. You are not managing your business based on your financial statements. You probably don't have regular financial statements. And you're a smart cookie. You are working like crazy just to make this into a thing. And you know that you need to take care of your obligations to the government. So you care about getting your taxes done. This is a key indicator that you are in the essentials stage. The solution for you at the essential stage, you're kind of doing the right thing. You're staying scrappy. You might get a bookkeeper who can help make sure that you're on track and clean things up at the end of the month, because I've seen a lot of people who go from 0 to the growing or established stage in 6 months, maybe 12 months. And while you're going through that rapid growth is not the time that you want to be spending your time looking for an accountant. So get some foundational stuff in there. Maybe you can get by with some offshore support. Maybe you can get some do-it-yourself tools that will help you kind of navigate things. But everybody at every stage is going to need a tax advisor and a tax preparer. So you definitely want to look into getting this as a resource for you. Next up is the growing stage. You know you've hit the growing stage when you have the realization that you need current, accurate, and actionable information to make great decisions in your business. And either it's too much work, or you don't have time, or you don't have the expertise to be able to pull that information together. This is when you need help. It's when you have realized that this business is bigger than just you and you can't do all things yourself, and you want to take off some of the 13,000 hats that you're wearing. As an e-commerce seller, you can stay in this stage for a really long time, for years, because depending on how you approach your business, you can be getting help when you're maybe 100,000 a year in revenue, all the way up to 20 million plus in revenue. It just depends on what different services you need at the stages from here to there. Okay. But generally what we see at this stage is people are selling on lots of different channels, maybe 5 or 6 different channels. Maybe you are selling internationally in other countries. Maybe you are using an inventory management system. Things like that, things that add complexity to your business that makes it burdensome for you to manage it yourself, or burdensome to hire somebody who may or may not need to be full-time. Sometimes it just makes more sense to outsource. A good solution for you at this stage is a team of e-commerce accountants. You definitely want somebody who specializes in e-commerce. regular accountants who don't know e-commerce are just going to waste your time and and money. But you probably want a combination of different people, maybe a bookkeeper or an accounting specialist to handle a lot of the day-to-day work, a controller who can help oversee that kind of work. And then if you need some higher level assistance, maybe help with financing or things like that, a CFO can really be helpful in that regard too. So a team where you can do just a little bit, take a little bit of everybody's time adds up to make a lot more sense than hiring one single person for your back office. As you get to the end of your journey, you've hit the established stage. Once you're established, you might have other more complex accounting needs, like you might be reporting to third parties. So maybe a board of directors, or maybe you've got other partners, or most commonly, you are planning for an exit. So your accounting needs are going to shift a little bit because what you are using as your managerial accounting reports that help serve you as you're managing your business on a day-to-day basis needs to be a little bit more by the book. They need to be GAAP compliant or prettied up so that a potential buyer can be able to rely on your finances. So when you get to that point, the solution there is you're definitely going to need a CPA. You will probably want a CFO. In fact, the CFO may even be a little bit more important, especially if the CFO is also a certified public accountant. So that's the kind of expertise you need. It assumes that you already have the back office support you had as a growing business. You still have somebody who's keeping the lights on and making sure that bills are paid. But these two extra people are going to add an extra level of experience and sophistication to your financial reporting that you're going to need at this stage. So regardless of the stage that you're in now, I think it makes sense to look ahead at your journey and understand the needs you're going to have as you grow and eventually exit your firm. I hope you have found this information helpful. If you need more information about this or want more specifics, go check out our blog post. There's a link in this description down below. And I hope you like this video. If you did, please like, comment, and share. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.